Ancient Greek mythology endured through centuries, timeless in their allure. Sword and sandal films maintain their charm, seamlessly blending historical battles and mythical fantasies.
Are you not entertained?
Both big and small screens offer a plethora of peplum flicks, and Netflix ventures into this realm with Blood of Zeus, delving into ancient Greek mythology. While rooted in millennia-old legends, modern adaptations infuse new creativity. These shows draw from rich mythos, showcasing the enduring fascination humanity holds for tales of gods and heroes across generations. But some parts are undeniably pure fiction.
And I do mean literally.
In many depictions of Greek mythology, the underworld is often conflated with hell, but this isn't entirely accurate. Hell corresponds more closely to Tartarus, a section of the underworld reserved for souls who led morally corrupt lives. The underworld actually comprises distinct areas for souls based on their life's deeds or connections to the divine. Blood of Zeus accurately portrays these divisions. Notably, when Heron's mother faces judgment, it suggests she would ascend to Elysium, reserved for souls with divine favor, while Seraphim faces Tartarus for his misdeeds throughout the series.
I choose judgment. Who dares? Of course, like the shadow of ebon-winged night, he rises from the dark realm. Behold, the coming of my brother, Lord Hades!
Then we have Hades. Often vilified in popular culture, is actually depicted accurately in Blood of Zeus. Contrary to the Disney portrayal, he is depicted as neutral, reasonable, and perhaps even the most amiable of the gods. In the series, Hades remains aloof from the conflicts of Zeus and Hera, providing the underworld as a refuge for other deities. Initially concerned with his portrayal, the show maintains his mythological persona.
Hades
demonstrates compassion towards Seraphim, offering him a chance for redemption through a test of virtue. This parallels a myth where Hades tests mortals, showing his complexity beyond the typical villain trope. Next up, Chiron.
How long has it been?
In Blood of Zeus, Chiron faithfully reflects his portrayal in Greek mythology as the wisest and most just of the centaurs. Despite initially siding with the demons out of necessity to protect his kin, he cleverly outwits them to aid his student. Notably, he is depicted wearing clothing, distinguishing him from other centaurs. While there is a slight deviation in his front legs not being fully human-like, this detail is easily overlooked, given the overall fidelity to his mythological character. Chiron's depiction underscores his intelligence and righteousness, enriching the narrative with his timeless wisdom. Following the Titanomachy in Greek mythology, the Gigantonomachy ensued, with the giants emerging shortly after the Titans' reign over mortals began. This conflict with the Olympians commenced soon after the Titans' defeat, as the Olympians asserted their dominance over the cosmos. While specific details may vary, the overarching sequence remains consistent. The Gigantonomachy unfolding as the Olympians solidified their rule following the Titanomachy's conclusion. Now, coming to what's not so aligned with the mythology. The portrayal of Cerberus in Blood of Zeus diverges significantly from Greek mythology. In the series, Cerberus is depicted as a hunting hound utilized by the antagonist, a stark departure from its mythological role as the guardian of Hades' realm. In Greek lore, Cerberus guards the gates of the underworld, preventing souls from escaping and the living from entering. This inconsistency is especially noticeable when Hermes journeys to the underworld without encountering Cerberus. One possible resolution could have been depicting the Cerberus shown as a descendant of the original, perhaps with the scene featuring Cerberus surrounded by his offsprings. Additionally, the design of Cerberus in the show lacks the serpent-like features described in mythology, such as a mane or tail of snakes. Also, referring to Seraphim and his followers as demons in Blood of Zeus may not accurately reflect Greek mythology. In ancient Greek lore, the concept of demons as supernatural beings akin to those depicted in Christianity did not exist. Instead, the term daemon referred to minor guardian deities or spirits. Additionally, the origin of Seraphim and his army born from consuming the flesh of a giant aligns more closely with the idea of monstrous offspring rather than traditional demons. A more fitting term could have been spawn of giants, or giant spawn, highlighting their lineage as creatures born from mortals who consumed giant flesh. Now for Talos. In Blood of Zeus, Talos is depicted as the guardian of the container holding the souls of giants, animated by a molten substance and crafted by Hephaestus. While Talos indeed was a bronze automaton imbued with life by the blood of gods and fashioned by Hephaestus, his role as a guardian of souls differs from Greek mythology. In legend, Talos protected the island of Crete from invaders, ultimately defeated by Jason and Medea through cunning. It would have been more accurate to refer to him as the descendant of Talos or suggest that after his defeat, Hephaestus revived him to guard the cauldron. In Blood of Zeus, the defeat of the giants involves their souls being stolen and imprisoned in a cauldron, while their lifeless bodies are submerged at the sea's depths. However, in Greek mythology, the giants are typically vanquished by the gods through direct confrontation. The show's narrative seems to borrow elements from both the Titanomachy and the tale of Pandora's box. Like the Titans sealed in Tartarus after their defeat, the souls of the giants are guarded by Talos, akin to the Hecatoncheires. The cauldron, reminiscent of Pandora's box, contains an evil force never to be unleashed, albeit with differences such as requiring a brace for activation. Despite nuances, the parallels are evident. The absence of Heracles in Blood of Zeus is a notable deviation from Greek mythology. In the Gigantonomachy, Heracles is depicted as one of the gods who fought the giants, contributing to their defeat by slaying one. However, in the series, Heracles is entirely omitted from the narrative. The argument that the events occur before Heracles achieved godhood is contradicted by mythology, as Heracles attained divine status after completing his labors and journeying with the Argonauts. Consequently, Blood of Zeus should logically take place after Heracles' ascension. With the Argonauts. Consequently, Blood of Zeus should logically take place after Heracles' ascension. His inclusion as a mentor to Heron would have been fitting, given his experience with Hera's antagonism and his cunning nature displayed during his labors. True to mythology, the giants in Blood of Zeus stand apart from the Titans, traditionally depicted as enemies of the gods in Gigantonomachy. However, the show inaccurately portrays them as offspring of the last Titan's curse, while in mythology they are born from Gaia's union with the spilled blood of Uranus. Furthermore, their designs occasionally invoke other mythological figures such as Typhon, Hecatoncheires, and Cyclops, blurring distinctions. While Zeus enlists the aid of the Cyclops and Hecatoncheires, in myth they sided with him in the Titanomachy, not the Gigantonomachy. The portrayal of Zeus in Blood of Zeus encompasses both accurate and inaccurate elements as well. His numerous affairs behind Hera's back accurately reflects Greek mythology, as does his occasional attempts to protect the women and children involved. However, the show's depiction of Zeus's relationships as tender and sweet is inaccurate. In truth, his interactions are often forceful and coercive. Zeus's character in the series, depicted as a jerk with a hidden heart of gold, deviates from his mythological persona as a simple jerk. Additionally, portraying Zeus as afraid of the Olympians rising against him contradicts his mythological status as one of the most powerful gods. While Zeus may fear certain beings like Typhon, the Olympian gods are typically not among those he fears, being described as the most powerful of them all. All that being said, are there any changes I didn't catch?